Hello Libra, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot, and I'm here finally to do your birthday year ahead reading. I've been wanting to do this for, I don't know, the last week or so, but just with one thing or another, mainly my health, mainly pain. I haven't had the energy to sit and do it, but I'm feeling okay today, and I'm really excited to be sat here to do this reading for you. So happy birthday, Libra. I'm actually a Virgo on the cusp with Libra. So I've just had my birthday, and but I really do get the whole Libra vibe, the whole Libra energy. I think that does resonate within me also. So yeah, this is going to be a year ahead reading. So this is not me sitting here trying to tell your future and tell you lots of detail about what's going to happen over the next year. But what I do hope to be able to show you and explore with you is some options and possibilities and opportunities and energetic influences of the year ahead, really. So I've got a couple of decks of oracle cards to start off with. Then I'm going to draw, I think, 12 tarot cards altogether. I've got 4 questions, and then we're going to finish off with another oracle card at the end, which will be a message from your spirit guides. So I'm going to start with a true love card, and I thought, as this is a sort of year ahead general reading, it would be good to have a sort of wide range of cards and oracle cards particularly to explore. Because I mean, the things that are relevant to most of us, to be honest, are relationships, work, money, that, you know, that kind of stuff, isn't it? That's the kind of stuff that influences all of us on a day-to-day level. So I'm hoping that we might be able to explore some of those energies with the cards that I've chosen. So please, for Libra, if we could have a card to represent the current and forthcoming energies for Libra. Thank you. So, what have we got? The Silver Waterfall. Wow. Well, do you know, most of these cards I'm quite familiar with. They've come up in other readings, but not this one. So I am, let me see if I can find it, the little guidebook. I'm really not at all sure what this might mean exactly. I mean, there's a feeling of freedom about this card. Washing away of negativity, perhaps. Brighter days. They're not numbered, these cards, are they? Where? Let's have a look. Do you know, it's so chilly today here in the UK. I was just looking at the video that I did for Virgo for their birthday just a month ago, and I was sat in a summer dress, and now I'm wearing a thermal top. It's so chilly. Number 80. So let's have a look, see what it says. The Silver Waterfall. So this is about staying balanced, happy and healthy by raising your own vibration. Yeah, I should have got that, shouldn't I? Many people feel they're always picking up on other people's negative energy and want to know how to protect themselves from this unpleasantness. They perceive the negativity to be out there and believe that if they could shield themselves from it, they would feel better. But the truth is that we all carry negative and positive energies, and we all have times in our life where we feel low. So, Not only does your aura or personal energy field experience the highs and lows of everything going on around you, so does your nervous system and all the cells of your body. You are like a finely tuned instrument that is constantly testing the atmosphere for anything unusual, unfamiliar or threatening. It's all out there, but barricading yourself against the world is not the solution. The best way to stay balanced and healthy in a busy world is to raise your own vibration in as many ways as possible. So, this is talking about eating well, having good habits, sleeping well, having good sleep patterns, trying to balance activity with rest, trying not to be in the extreme of anything too much. Do you know, Libra, I haven't done a reading for you in months, I think, really, just because I've been doing other things with my channel, to be honest. But I remember there was a few readings I did for you last time that were about detox and the need to stay balanced and healthy, and to sort of avoid the extremes of things, to be careful about how you manage your own energy. So I think that's what's being talked about here, isn't it? So this is a card really about self-love, about developing a good healthy relationship with yourself, being discerning about the energy that you let into your life, the people that you let into your life. Perhaps it's time over the next year for you to strike more of a healthy balance in your work and home life. You may have been doing too much, dashing around too much. I know Libra is quite a restless energy, I think. Perhaps a mentally restless energy, but that often translates into a restless physical energy, doesn't it? So perhaps that might be something to reflect upon a little bit there. So the next card is going to be an archetype card, and these are archetypes of all kinds that we're all familiar with, and I think these are a good way to see what energetic influences are around you at this time. So for Libra, please, if we could have a card that would represent the current energies and the future upcoming energies for Libra. Thank you. What is important for Libra? Child divine. Wow. Let's have a look. So light attributes: innocence, purity, redemption, suggest a spiritual connection with the divine. And shadow, an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. Wow, isn't that interesting? Because that's exactly what we're talking about here, isn't it, with the silver waterfall? There's a kind of washing away here of negativity, isn't there, within this waterfall? A protection of some kind or another. Excuse me. That's really interesting, isn't it? Innocence, purity, redemption. Suggests a spiritual connection with the divine. So when we see these archetype cards, what we're looking for really often with them is a sort of pattern throughout our life of these particular traits or habits within our own psyche, within our own self. So I don't know whether that's something that does resonate, whether you've, you know, this is also a card, I think, actually of being an empath, isn't it? Being somebody who is able to feel very strongly the energies of other people and the atmosphere around you. I know that can make you especially prone to feeling negative energies, to being affected by them, for those things to affect your own mood, your own health, your own well-being. there's such things as emotional enmeshment, in sort of psychological terms really, where sometimes you're not sure where your energy or your emotional state ends and somebody else's begins. You know, those things start to blur, and perhaps it's at those times that we need to think about energies such as the silver waterfall here, which I have to say is beautiful, and this speaks very much of purity, doesn't it? You know, when you look at the landscape there, it looks pure and healthy, and that's everything that the child divine stands for. So that's a really, really interesting start to your reading, isn't it? So, as I said, I'm going to draw 12 cards. I'm going to have 6 from this deck and 6 from another deck, and I've got 4 questions. And the first question is your current self. How do you feel right now? And we're going to have 3 cards for that. So for Libra, how do they feel right now? What is going on for Libra at this time? Thank you. So we have the Page of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands. Interesting. We have the Hermit. Okay. I'm also going to ask the next question as well, and we'll focus on these 6 cards, and then we'll move on to the next 6. So the next question is the overall theme of the year. What is the overall theme of the year for Libra, please? What are the overriding, overall themes of the year for Libra, please? Okay. And we have the Knight of Swords, another court card. Wow. We have the Three of Cups. And we have the Four of Wands. Okay. And what do we have at the bottom? We have the Eight of Swords. So let's have a look what we've got here. So in the first question, your current self, how do you feel right now? We've got the Page of Cups, we've got the Queen of Wands, and we've got the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. So we've got water, fire and earth here. Well, we've got 3 people here. We've got, and quite opposing kind of characters and personalities here. We've got the Page of Cups, somebody that may be a little bit emotionally immature, perhaps somebody more inexperienced with their emotions, somebody who may be feeling a little bit out of their depth with their emotional state at the moment. And then we have the Queen of Wands, somebody who's extremely sure of herself. You know, there's no doubt with the Queen of Wands, this is a very strong, fiery, charismatic, feminine energy of somebody who I would imagine knows exactly what they want and is very driven and dynamic and is a mover and shaker, you know, that kind of energy. And then we've got the Hermit, which is somebody introspective, somebody who's taking some time to look inwards, somebody who might be spending or wanting to spend a fair amount of time on their own. Maybe this all is tying in with the child divine here in the silver waterfall, in that you know, the overall message, I think, of those two cards was about trying to find a healthy balance for yourself in your life of what you actually need to stay healthy and happy. And looking at these three cards here, it's like almost like you're being pulled apart, really. I mean, you know, one of these characters here could be your work face, one could be your home face, and one could just be how you feel inside, you know. Yeah, it's very difficult to read a situation with just court cards, but given the fact that we've had cards already that talk of balance and needing to address toxicity within your life and negativity, it's making me wonder whether these are aspects of you. I mean, with court cards, you can read them that perhaps these are other people in your life. They don't necessarily have to be you. But I think in the context of this reading, these are perhaps the very different aspects of how you feel at the moment, because it's entirely possible to feel powerful and driven and confident at work, and to feel like a bit of a hermit at home and to need that space and that time, and also to feel a bit of a page of cups in your emotional state, that, you know, not entirely comfortable or confident in that place. So it's entirely possible to feel all of those things at once. So the next set of cards that we've got here, after the question, the overall theme of the year, and we've got the Knight of Swords, which is probably Libra energy, actually. We've then got the Three of Cups, which is Cancer, and then we've got the Four of Wands, which is Aries energy. And so if we're talking about the overall theme of the year, we've got a card here of movement. The Knight of Swords is the speediest knight of the deck. So there's a degree of impatience and hastiness sometimes in this energy. We've also got the Three of Cups, which is an energy that talks about growth and expansion, within relationships, friendships. This can be a good time. This can be a time of partying, being happy, getting out there, getting involved, enjoying life. And then we've got the Four of Wands, which is often a card of sort of building things, of building the foundations of things. Sometimes this card can talk of marriage, or of kind of cementing the foundations of something that you've been trying to create, which would be a marriage. Yeah, there's a great deal of planning that goes on within the Four of Wands, I think. But it's also a very positive card. It's a nice card, yet again, of coming together and enjoying your times. So if this is the overall theme of the year, this would talk of a lot of movement and a lot of communication and a lot of interactions with different people, and the planning of something, perhaps. Perhaps you're going to get married. You know, that could be something that's coming up for you over the next year, Libra. That could be why you're feeling kind of, I don't know, the feeling I was kind of getting from the Silver Waterfall and the Child Divine is a little bit of feeling not under threat, but burdened by other people's energy, burdened by other people's expectations, perhaps. That's possible. And then at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Swords here, which is Gemini energy. So this is another air sign. And eights often represent sort of power and control. And in this card here, we're seeing, you know, the need very much to see through your own perceptions, you know, that your mind is kind of deceiving you. There needs to be a mastery of mind here. I think the bottom of the deck often represents what's sort of really at the core of things. And so perhaps this card is telling you that things in reality are maybe not quite as dire or scary or extreme as you may think that they are. Okay, so let's have another shuffle, and then I've got two more questions. So the next question is obstacles and challenges to overcome for the next year, for the year ahead. So for Libra, please, focusing on obstacles and challenges, what might Libra need to be aware of? Thank you. Okay. So we have the Five of Cups. We have the Ten of Swords. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so these are challenges and obstacles, potential challenges and obstacles for the year ahead. And I'm also going to ask your key goals to pursue for the year ahead. So for Libra, what are the key goals to pursue? What is it possible to achieve this year, please, for Libra? Okay, and we have the King of Wands. The Six of Wands. Wow. And the Hierophant, which is Taurus. And what have we got at the bottom of the deck here? We've got the Seven of Swords, which is Aquarius energy. Okay, so for obstacles and challenges, we have the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is Scorpio. This is kind of feeling uncertain, despondent, fed up, lacking motivation, maybe even feeling depressed, struggling to get yourself off the sofa and get yourself going. This could be burnout. This could just be completely feeling worn out. There's change always in the air with fives, and it could be that all the changes that are going on for you at the moment are just going to leave you feeling quite exhausted at times. We also have the Ten of Swords, and this is Gemini energy. This is an ending. You know, we've got a phoenix here, haven't we? The resurrection of something. So tens are endings and beginnings, but this is very definitely the ending of a cycle, the ending of an era. There's a big change here for you, Libra, and I think no wonder you're feeling burnt out and tired and struggling to to look after yourself. I mean, what was I talking about earlier about eating well, having a balanced diet, having some balance in your life? And what have we got here? Anything but, really. You know, laying on the sofa eating pizza, which while appealing, and we all do it, we don't want to be doing it too often, do we? So there is a big change coming up for you, and this is going to be a challenge for you. You know, I think when we looked at the overall themes of the year, they were very positive ones in many ways, but I can see that they're also stressful for you in some way. It's like in order to have this new start, you've got to let go of something, and there has got to be this big change, which I think you're finding quite difficult. Because following from the Ten of Swords, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So we've gone from a 10 to a 1. So we're starting again. This is very definitely starting again in your material world. I mean, for some of you, this could be an ending of a relationship. This could represent the breakdown of a marriage or a serious relationship. But I don't think that it is. I think that there is a big change here for you. I see it as being a positive one for you in the long term, for sure. But I think in the short term, it's going to feel quite difficult. And I feel that it's to do with the relationships in your life. Yeah. So the last question we've got here is the key goals to pursue. And we've got the King of Wands, which is really nice to see, because we've also got the Queen of Wands over here. So this could be about the maturing of your of an energy within you, within yourself, within you sort of coming into your own sort of self-confidence and your own self-belief, having some drive and some passion and some ambition for something. Or this could be the opposite to the Queen of Wands, if you like. This could be a potential partner for you. We've also got the Six of Wands, so we've got victory here, we've got triumph, we've got, you know, a key goal. You can reach the top. That's what's going on here. Somebody's climbing a mountain, and they're so almost at the top. The Six of Wands is Leo. This very much is about ambition and triumph and success and feeling recognised and vindicated, and yeah, just this is really, really good. This is really, really positive. As I said, it seems like it's all going on here for you, Libra. It's all coming together. There's a lot of positivity in the air. There's a lot of goals and ambitions. There's things to pursue here. But I think you're having trouble within yourself, managing your own thought processes, managing your own energy. Perhaps you're giving too much to something. You could be giving too much to a relationship, to a job, to your family, to planning something, working towards something. And whatever it is, it seems to be kind of depleting you of your own energy. We've got here the Hierophant, and this is key goals to pursue. So, you know, we could say that this perhaps was that you need to work a little more on having trusted people in your life, people to talk to, sharing your emotional states, your own growth, your own progress, your own health and well-being. You know, in this card here, the lady here is she's probably a herbalist or something like that, isn't she? Maybe a visit to a holistic health practitioner, an alternative health practitioner, a herbalist, an acupuncturist, an aromatherapist, a massage therapist, somebody that will look at your health and well-being in a slightly different way. Perhaps that's something to pursue for the year. And we've got at the bottom of the deck the Seven of Swords, which, as I said, is Aquarius. And sevens generally can represent challenges and obstacles, the need to really think things through, to make a good assessment, to plan, to try and stay on top of everything, and, you know, to make sure that things go smoothly. And again, this being at the bottom of the deck and being more the sort of crux of the matter, is what we've got at the bottom of the deck here is the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords, actually, haven't we? These are both cards we've got at the bottom of the deck, and they're both about mastery of your own mind, mastery of your own mental state, being able to function under stress, being able to see clearly, being able to think clearly, being able to get a little bit of distance from your troubles, being able to reflect honestly on things that might be wrong. Yeah, so what have we got here? So how you're feeling right now, I'm feeling that you might be feeling lots of different things. I think in some areas of your life you're feeling very confident. In other areas of your life you're feeling quite withdrawn. You might be feeling the need for some solitude and some introspection. You might have withdrawn from certain aspects of your life. And I think in other areas of your life you're feeling quite out of your depth. You might be feeling quite emotional, but not really knowing what to do with that emotion. I think some of your thoughts may have distorted how you feel in some way. How you're feeling right now, or the overall theme of the year actually, there is that there's a lot going on, there's a lot of movement, you'll feel under pressure at times, but there is also a great opportunity here to build relationships and to build a good foundation for yourself for the future. I think the overall challenges and obstacles for you are around your own feelings of self-confidence, self-esteem and self-worth, about having the motivation, about being able to live your life in a way that's balanced for you. So not being too extreme in one area of your life, about trying to eat well, trying to have good sleep patterns, trying to balance some kind of activity with rest, not overworking too much, maybe delegating some responsibilities perhaps. And I think much of this sort of fatigue and lethargy is coming really just because there is a big change coming up for you, if it's not already happening. There's a big ending of something and a big new beginning, which feels that it should be very bright, but I think it's causing you a great deal of worry and exhaustion, like you're the only person who can sort of hold it all together, if you like. And I think it's saying here quite clearly in your cards that you're quite capable of achieving these things. It's definitely within you. It's here and it's coming. But I think you need to share. You need to share some of how you feel. You need to share the burden. You need to look for somebody that you trust to share these burdens with, really. To listen to somebody else's wisdom. To look at maybe your health holistically, at how you function really in the world. Maybe explore some herbs, you know, take some extra vitamins, look at your diet. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm going to draw one last card for you, and this is messages from your spirit guides. And I hope that this will kind of draw the whole reading together for you for the year. But this, you know, this promises to be a very positive and a very successful year for you. I think you need to just try not to let your mind run away with you, which can be difficult for Libras because, you know, you're a sign, you're an air sign, and as I said, I feel there's a kind of restless spirit with Libras, really. So for Libra, a message for Libra, please. What does Libra need to hear right now? Opportunity. Wow. So this is from my Sacred Destiny deck. I'm going to have a look at the book for this. This is not a deck I use very often, and it's hard to remember everything that's useful with oracle cards. So yeah, opportunity. Already that's starting to resonate really with what's going on here, because there are opportunities here. There's a lot of opportunities. So what we've got: an occasional owl hoot and song of a solo coyote punctuates the stillness in the forest as a traveller walks through the pines. Light from a waning moon filters down through the canopy of needles and cascades across the forest floor. Sometimes the trees obscure the moon, but sometimes its illumination clearly shows... clearly shows the path ahead. Pines are one of the most ancient plant genre on the planet. They have existed nearly 3 times longer than all the flowering plant species. So the sacred landscape wants you to know gifts from the universe are ready to cascade into your life. Abundance, health, longevity, vitality and joy can flow through you gently and easily in the days ahead. There may be times when the goodness of life feels like it is ebbing and flowing rather than being a steady stream of fulfillment. This is similar to the moon peeking through the pine trees for a moment or two. But as you stay open and receptive, physical and emotional gifts will come into your life. So instead of bemoaning the fact that there isn't a steady and constant stream of joy and gifts, accept what you receive in a spirit of gratitude, and your bounty will increase tenfold. This is a universal law. So what they're basically saying there is to maybe practice some gratitude for some of the things that you have. That may combat some of this kind of feeling. That may help you to feel that you're not taking on quite as much stress and toxicity from your environment and from other people as you may feel that you are. And to try and see life as it ebbs and flows, really, just like the cycles of the moon. So yeah, there we go. This is a lovely reading actually here, Libra. I think I think this is going to be a very good year for you, but I think that this is a year to invest in your holistic health, in your overall well-being, and to address the sort of balance, which is very pertinent, isn't it, for Libra with the scales? You know, to address the balance in your life, to try not to take anything to any sort of any kind of extreme at all, really, whether that be work, home life, whatever it is that you're doing, to try and find balance for yourself in all things. So there we go. I hope that you enjoyed that. That was a very pleasant and a nice reading for you, Libra. And I wish you a happy and healthy year ahead. And I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel if you like this reading and you like some of the other things that I do. I've got lots of deck reviews, a Learn Tarot series, all sorts of things, to be honest. Pick a card readings, collective readings. Yeah, so please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Happy birthday and stay well. Thank you.